We are working on the UGears Cabriolet VM-05. Let's see who comes in. I have chat open. Let's get live chat on. There we go. We should refresh it. There we go. Live chat is up and running. It says I'm seeing all messages. Let's see how we're doing. I also have my messenger up in a second. Let's see. And it's up on my phone, so let's see what happens. Alright, so we have built this first few steps, and we found this little tool that they were having you use to cut the toothpicks with. Each one of these has a little measurement on it, so that's pretty cool. And it has a little measuring device here, and has a dowel rod sizing hole right here. So that's pretty cool. So when you finish this little piece off here, I'm not quite so sure what it is because it does not tell you exactly what the pieces you're making or what it's for or what the name of the pieces are. But we did get it to work just fine. You push this little mechanism here over. It frees up the top one and stops the mechanism from turning here. Okay, so we'll do that. Stops the mechanism from turning here. Okay, does not turn. Okay, then as you do is you pull it back, pull this one up, push it back down, and it connects into it, and then it frees it back up. So something or another, this makes it drive. And there is another pieces that go on here to get it to be a little more secure, I think. So we're moving right along to that. That little piece keeps slipping off. There we go. And I know, looking at the other picture, there we go. Okay, that's back for a minute. Okay, so we'll get the other pieces hooked up to it. I'm sure everything will be back up nice and tight. So I did everything right. Everything worked. We just got to get the rest of it on there for it to... All right, so we've done all of these here. We've done all these pieces here. Again, like I said in the other show. Let's see who we've got. Anybody in? Nobody yet. Okay. We went through all of these by going into the pieces here and finding them on the rails here. And the corners, there are the numbers of the rails. On the bottom, it tells you what rail it's on. So we went through all of this and all of this to make this piece right here, which they say once it works, it's got a check mark next to it. You're finished with that one. Okay, so that's one piece. That's one story. So we're moving on to the next one here. And again, this is an all wood build. There is nothing except for wood and rubber bands and toothpicks. So here we go. That's our sieves that we're working on this piece again still. And there is another piece of the C. I knew it. I knew that was coming up. All right. So it looks like the piece here that was falling out. Yes, correct. So that's the next piece because it was right next to it anyways. So I'm going to remove the tape here a little bit. I just used some painter's tape here. Doesn't leave any glue, doesn't leave any mark. Just to hold it in place so I didn't have it flying around. There we go. Alright, so we know this piece is coming off here. And there's our first piece here that it says here. And we are working on... I need my magnifying glass. Here it is. It goes over here. We are working on number 1. Rail number 1 here. Okay? So... that I already had out, which I was going to put one of these round things. I also came up with an idea to put each individual sized rings, which are basically clips from what I can see to hold things in place, in these little jars, so I had different sizes of them. I could tell which one was which by kind of looking at the bottom of the jar. So one showed there, each one shows different size, so there's 3 different sizes. So I'm assuming this one goes onto this one, because it's the larger ones. So next thing we're doing is going to be this little cog right here it shows. Oop, let's flip that back around. Make sure we're in the right spot. Over. Correct. Okay, now we're looking at it the way it's showing. So we're going to be taking out this little cog right here as well. So I just worked each side of it, trying not to get it to... supposedly, yep, there it goes. Came right out. There we go. Okay, so we got that piece there, which they're asking for there. They're asking for this long piece here on the instructions, so we're going to try to work that long piece out as well by just kind of manipulating the wood around it. Alright. So a little bit sure. I don't want to break anything. This is a new thing to me, so we're going to learn together on this. Oh yeah, that came up fairly easy. Alright. So I don't know if like I said, if anybody's ever done this, please tell me about it in the chat. Feel free. Okay, so we got that, and now it's saying to put the number 6s, which are, let's see which one fits on, and then I'll know which one's the number 6. So there's the pin side here. Okay, gotcha, it's flat. Alright, so 6s looks like the smaller ones here, so let's do that. Then we'll find out if it goes on the pin or not, and then we'll go to the next step up, and then I'll know what to mark them. I don't know if that feels too tight. That does feel kind of tight. So let's go to the next step up, and I'll know that that's not 6, this one is. Okay. Let's see if they're showing the pin. Okay, so now it's just the big piece, the sprocket, and let's get these other 2 smaller pieces out while we're in this, doing this. Okay, so it's, with my magnifying glass here, it is this rounded key looking piece here at the top, number 20. And it does have teeth on the bottom, so carefully when you pop that out, you want to pop the teeth out as well. Okay, there we go. And the next thing is kind of, I guess, the old canned gas funnel or the gas lever looking thing. It's number 21. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I think we have all the parts now. So yeah, we've got that one, that one. We've got the sprocket. And we've got the box. All of this makes, this top row right here makes all of the one piece with this. And then you connect that piece to the piece that you've already created. It shows down here. Okay? Alright, so let's get to that. First of all, we want to make sure that the arm is facing correctly, so you want the, flip it over. So you want the hole at the top with the 2 little squares to your left, and the hole at the bottom with 2 little squares to your right, bottom center. So, okay, so we see where that's going. So the stick is going to go. We're going to get some of the 6s. What do we do with them? There they are. Alright, and we're going to get the stick, and we're putting it to the flat end there. We're going to put this over to here. Yeah, this is where this one's gonna want to go. Okay, so that's there. That goes to there. That makes that piece. Now, this is, they're looking for a number 17 now, so we're gonna try this one. So we know that these were these were 6s for sure. Okay, so that one was 6s. All right, so now we're going with the 17. It's only supposed to go down on the lip some, because it's only going to get the sprocket attached to it. Nope, that can't be the right one. That's too tight. Just take your time and pick one's which, so we know that that one. Let's try this one, see if we can go for it. Alright, and it's got to go into the hole too, it appears. So you got to make sure that it's going to go into the hole that it's supposed to fit in as well in the backside. So if that's not it, it's the last ones that I have here. They popped off the rail. When you take one off, the whole thing pops off. So we're going to go ahead and test this one to make sure it's going to go into the hole and go onto the stick. So that's very important here. It's got to go into the hole and onto the stick. And there's going to be one on the back side, which is also a 17. So 2 of these. So you're making sure that that's going to fit inside the hole, which that looks like it's a little bit too big. Okay? Excuse me. So let's check that one. Okay, so that one fits right in the hole perfectly. All right, so we're going to go with that one to put it in there. So there we go. Okay, yep, that went right over the stick perfectly fine. So those are 17s. See, now we know what each one is. So there we go. So now we take that. It's showing exactly like I said, with the bottom center hole with the 2 right sides, and then you got a hole to the top right with 2 squares on your left side. So that's the way you can look at that, as seeing how to do it. All right, so next they're showing is the cog, which I did have it. There it is, okay. Then we're going to put the cog on. It only goes on one way. And then you're going to put another 17 behind that, I think it is. 17 there, and then a 17 there with part number 19. Okay, so part number 19 being the sprocket, guys. So watch out, because it does have a little bit of a lip at the front that you want it to clip over. So that's what you want that to do, okay, so that's good. All right. Now, yep, we're going to put another. Okay, so it says it's supposed to look like that. we have that piece now. So we've got that piece all together. Okay, we just got to put another 17 on the outside. So these are the 17s because they fit perfectly into the hole and put over the step. So, oop, that's a 17. All right, so we just got to remember as we go along which ones were which. So let's see. Now we put that back on. Again, watch out for the little tip that goes over the edge of it. And I'm sure once you get it in the right spot, it'll pop over. Yep, they're exactly right. And it froze that into basically into place. So we're good. We get a little bit tighter more. Here we go. All right, so now you're going to get a piece of wall with a sprocket that fits right inside the rim and turns. Okay, so now they're saying to take this piece, go to the back of this piece. It's showing to push this lever in as far as we can. Okay, on this page. It shows an arrow pushing this lever flat and straight. Okay, so I'm assuming, until at least I start getting it together, what's going where and why. Okay, so the circle one at the top center appears to go in this very top center of it. So it's going to go, it's not going to go too hard, guys, it doesn't look like. Looks like the rubber bands are going to go on the outside as well. And again, like I said, you were going to make a closed-in piece and everything was going to stay together eventually because that's what you just did. You just enclosed this entire box to a different mechanism. All right, cool. I'm just going to use this to get my rubber band out of there. All right, so we're getting up there. I don't know if I got this chat and everything right or not. Oop, see, I pinned my rubber band. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, there we go. I pinned my rubber band. Okay, so now, again, these two are going to snap right together and hold together because of that, the rod, the two pins that you put in before. So just snap them right over top of the pins so that, because the pins have, oh, stop it. Yep, exactly right. The pin stopped it. Now, this whole mechanism is put together as one. Okay, so it does not move. So I would move this back over against the wall like so. Okay, it's supposed to be right inside the hole. So let's go ahead and do that and flush. Oh wait, it's showing me having that and that and that. Oh, and this goes down here. This does not go up there. It goes down here. It fell down. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so you should have a piece that looks something like that. Now you have to line up the cog from the first component to the component you just made to the wall. Okay, you got to line that up because otherwise these mechanisms here are not going to work. Okay, see how they're working fairly simple now? All right, again, just make sure you snap it all together so that it stays together nice and tight. And then you got it covered. Now, this mechanism will now work. This is like in a park position. It doesn't move. If you pull this lever here, that lever comes down. See it? Okay? And it'll stop it from going back or reverse. So you put this lever up, that lever kicks in, like so, and it's now free reign. So you should be able to turn this and have the back, oop, look at my screen, woo, and have the back of this also turn. You guys can see that. Okay, there we go. Yep, see, it turns. Okay? You guys can see that. All right, so once you put all this together, so we did that correctly. So now, next steps are number 4. We just combined number 3 with combining the two of them. That was step number 3. Now, step number 4 is taking these two mechanisms and a 14 and a 15. So, now, holding this like it's showing. It doesn't show my rubber bands out though. I wonder if I'm supposed to be cutting these rubber bands off. It didn't tell me to though. But there is a knot right there for it to work. So maybe I am supposed to cut them off so that at least the knot doesn't pull through. Huh. Because that does look like that's cut. That could be a bit of in the way. Maybe I'm supposed to tuck it in. Hey, little dollar store items, man, really work good. These little pokey things my wife brought me. I mean, they're pink, so if you really got a problem with pink and having them on your desk is pink, paint them. But these things are really cool. They got a sharp end on one end and this really cool flat plastic end that's got kind of a point to it that helps tuck stuff away. Wiring, that kind of stuff. Also, the pin does pretty good for when you're doing plastic models to kind of like square out a piece of plastic. We'll take the paint off the edge or something. It works pretty good. Okay, so now I got it all the way I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and tuck, like I said. These do not look like moving parts. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck the rubber band inside the hole where I can see there are no moving parts. So remember that. If you're tucking the rubber band instead of cutting it off, which I'll know in a little while if I have to cut it off. If I have to cut it off, I can always come pull it back out and cut it off before I put it into any specific box or anything. Just trying to get it out of the way for now. Here we go. Okay, now everything should still work fine. And this piece should be nice and tight and nice and strong now. Yep. Okay, everything's all good. Watch the little round circle that wants to keep coming out. Okay, so now first thing we're gonna do is make sure it's telling you to make sure that the key, when you're holding it like this, make sure that the key teeth are facing you. So if you're holding it like this, like it's showing in the picture, the teeth face you. So then it's showing you to put that on the top flat piece, like so. You guys get that? Get a little closer look. That piece. See if I can get you a better look. There we go. That piece right there slid right over on that, just like that. Now again, I'm going to give you a little closer look at the piece that you should have. You should have this mechanism up here locking. Okay, that's going to unlock this entire piece here to make it spin. If you release this lever, this arm comes down and blocks. So this arm comes right here, comes down and blocks inside the little pin area. Right inside there, there's a little mechanism that pins inside the teeth. Okay, so as long as you got that working and you got the stick moving when you want it to when it's free, like so. Again, just be turning it free. Okay, the lock is not in place. And you should have the very entire thing here. Now, it's also showing to do a 15, which if I'm not mistaken, we decided were these, onto this flat surface, and then the other piece, the little gas filler thing looking thing. Now, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, it shows to make sure it goes to the bottom piece, guys, okay? So this goes on first. It goes down. Okay? Then your gas number 25, or is that number 25, I think? 21, excuse me, guys. Number 25 goes on, and then number 21 goes over top of that, which is your gas filler looking thing. And it goes in the bottom one. Why is it not going in the bottom one? Oh no, Sam! What's the deal here? Yeah, that's what it's showing. I got it the way it's supposed to go. And the only one that it can go, it's got to be, it's that one, right? It's pointing that, right? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm trying to do? I think I'm trying to put it on the wrong thing. Hang on, guys. I'm such a freaking dope, guys. Okay, now I know why it's not fitting. Duh! Okay, so, let's retract that. It does not go there. Now you have 3 5-posts sticking out of the back of this. You got a long one, a medium one that's got the key already installed on it. Then you got these 2 levers that came from the other side. This one, number 15, goes on the top one. Let me make sure before I say that. Hang on. I'm going to look again. Okay, it looks like it goes on the bottom. Okay. And then make sure which way to put it on, make sure which way it's flowing. Okay, so it's flowing up and down, so we've got to put that up and down. Yep, get it to where it goes on there. Okay, cool. Now this piece here connects to both of these, it appears. So it connects to that one and then to that one at the top as well. And I guess because of the stick, the circle you put on it, you're supposed to push it together till it stops. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, now that connected. Oh wow, that really made my top switch tight. Okay, cool, guys. All right, so we're in. So far so good. Just gotta watch where stuff goes. These little levers here that you installed on the first mechanism, with the second mechanism you're doing, literally connects the front mechanism to the back mechanism that you just put these teeth on and this rod on. Okay, so really this is like a 2-part mechanism totally pushed together. All right, so you guys should come out with something that looks like that on the front, flat at the bottom here. You should be able to freely move your knob, and your stick should freely move. Okay, got that? All right. So there we go. Okay, so now we got that. Now, page turn. All right, well, I'm recommending, because there are so many different ones of these, different sizes, and there's not any numbers on these blocks, guys, that come out. When you try to put one out, the whole block comes out. Save these blocks. Don't break them up. I don't know if they're going to be used later. Probably not, but save them. And there's no numbers on them. So it's like this block did not come out, so I know that's a number 17. Okay, but the circles came out of it. So you got to just be very careful. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that block out, too, so I can use the block to put in the cup so I know which one's which now. So as I go through these and find these scissors, crap load, they're all over the place, man, these little circles. So you're just going to have to be very careful with which one goes where when you start sliding stuff on to make sure it's exactly the one you need. Some of them go inside something else, some of them hold something else together. So you just got to be very careful with that. All right, so we are now done with page number 6. Let's move along to page number 7. And let's see what we got. Okay, here's where our little tool's going to come in handy, guys. And it says 5 toothpicks. So I left the toothpicks in here. Everything comes with this kit. So, all right. So let's check these out and see which one looks like they're smaller than the others. Okay, so you can tell that these two are the same, and this one is shaped differently as a square. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and find out if there's a square. No, these look like this one. Same size and everything, correct. This one is different than this one, so I'm going to put this one in a different bottle. Okay, so there you go. That's how I'm going to figure out, when stuff comes off, if they're the little slip things that hold things together, I'm going to put them in individuals, and then I'll just try the sizes by the square of the stick, because there's 3 different sizes of stick as well, I think, 3 or 4 sizes of stick. So, that being said, we need a little toolie here, like I said. Let's get rid of this tape now. So it appears that the top, let's see what they're saying here. Okay, let me get the parts out first, and then we'll go from there, because it appears, oh, I see what they're doing. They're having you put pins. Okay, your next, lost me there for a second, guys. They really did. Okay, these sticks that are sticking out the back, everything that you just attached, they have little holes at the back of them, okay? So what they want you to do to hold everything together is cut the toothpicks and put them in as dowel rods to hold the mechanism. Like we did in the first mechanism, that's what we're going to have to do here as well. Again, I don't know if anybody's seeing me because nobody's making chat, and I don't see who's on. Let's do live chat. I'm in. Let's bring that up because I know I should go be live here. So let's refresh my page. See who's watching me. Huh. Says I've been recording. Says I'm streaming. Alrighty. So, bringing up my messenger. Alright, I gotta ask him if he sees me. You see me? I don't know if you see me. You're not signed in, but you see me and hear me. You hear me? Okay. I'm on Messenger, Sam. I don't know what happened to my chat here, but it wasn't working, so I went ahead and went over to Messenger. But I see that you got your thumbs up here, so I'm assuming that means you're hearing me and everything's cool. So that's fine. I don't know what the deal is with that. Again, I'm not going to stick these squares in, but I'm not going to throw them away either because I don't know if they're going to be used later or not. So now, again, we got that. Let's get some toothpicks out. It says I need 5. And again, I don't know if you saw it or not, but all these toothpicks, everything comes with this kit, man. You don't need anything. You shouldn't need anything. I mean, really. So that's pretty easy to see. Everything's here. And so far, I've only used 2 of these rubber bands. So imagine what we're going to connect in, what kind of mechanisms we're going to be putting together, because I've got probably 20 rubber bands here. So, and I used 2 on that, so think about that. All right, so I'm going to bring that out. I'm going to go ahead and move my phone and get my cutting pad here so I don't do any damage to the instructions. I'm really loving these instructions too, by the way. It's just kind of hard for me to see. It's just me. I'm trying not to give lots of light because I don't want to blind you guys and not have you guys not be able to see what I'm doing. So, all right, here we go. All right. So now we got the toothpicks out. It says I need 5. So let's grab some. Let's grab 5. It may just be able to be making them 5. That may be what I'm doing. So we don't know. So I guess it depends on how many I get out of toothpicks. Let me just bring out 4 toothpicks for now. All right. So again, this is the top one here is what you're going to be doing for this whole entire mechanism, or this whole entire top number, I guess I would call it page 7. And on page 7 they have 1, 2, step 1 and 2, and then on the bottom they have step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so between step 1 and 2, you're just going to be making these little pins and putting them on the back here to hold everything into place. So let's go ahead and get that started with. And they're telling us to use 5 of the, there we go again with my magnifying glass, guys. 5 of the 2Z, which I know is there. So here we go. All right, so 2Z is going to be the shorter one. I know that because I've already used it. I am going to square off the end of this, which I really had a problem the other night. Brand new blade too, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it's just my hand's not giving me what I want it to. Okay, there we go. That went up pretty good. All right, so now we're going to take the stick, and you're going to take the stick and you're going to put it in here. Recommend you holding it in place with one finger. Go as close as you can to the bar. Mark it. You can move your tool around now. Find it and cut it. Now they say you need 5 of those. 5 of those. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going here. So now we're on number 2. Same thing. Z2. Go, hold it, move your finger over, and just kind of mark it and cut it. Move your tool away and finish cut. You can just kind of move your thing, you move your knife across it, you'll be able to feel the slice. Okay, that's 2. So I only need 1 toothpick, it looks like. So I don't need 5 toothpicks, I need 5 cuts. 3. Hang in there, guys, I'm not going to keep counting. Got a couple more to cut, and you'll see 5. I'll try to get the live chat back on in 1 second. Let me cut the 5 of these up, and then I'll take a break here and from building and see if I can't get everybody's chat running and stuff real quick. It should take more than a couple seconds. I just the box just didn't connect right in, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll figure it out. I had it up and running. Okay, so now we have 5 guys. All right. Again, I did not need 5 toothpicks. I only needed 5 pieces of that. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck these toothpicks back into place, along with all the other ones, so I don't, in case I have everything I need. Oh, and they supply you with a little piece of wax. Some of the pieces they say may be a little tight, so you may want to put a little wax on them. So they give you a little piece of wax to use also as well for that, as well as a little piece of sandpaper and all the. And I don't know what this is, but I'm sure we'll find out. Grills or something, seats or something. I don't know, but we'll find that out. So, all right. This is only video number 2, part number 2, guys. So like, subscribe, share, follow. Hit that notification button, whatever platform you're on or watching this from, guys. Give me a like. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think. And hopefully you're enjoying us going along with this build piece by piece. Now that I have those 5 pieces done, let me get this part done so I know step 1 is done in this side, and we can move on to try to find out what's going on with the chats real quick. Alright, so let me go ahead and put these on, because I'm looking at the instructions now with these 5 pieces. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 that I know of they're telling me to put them in. And I'm just trying to figure out where the 5th one goes. So let me see. And there's also number 22 I also got to put in here, guys. We got to watch that. 22, two of them that are ones that are going to go on these blocks up here. So let's do that first before we do that, before we put the pins in. Just in case they give a problem with getting them into place. Okay, so again, we used our tool. We took 1 toothpick and we cut 5 Z2s out of that toothpick. Okay, so I'll show you where they go in a second. Like I said, let me find, and they're showing me which one here's on. We're still on number 1, and they're showing me that is the, okay. All right, so they're showing me that this is these are number 22 right here. So I'm going to pop both of those out. Oh, they came right out. They stopped, well, part of it did anyways. Well, goodness gracious. All right, don't want to pop that one out. Thank you. All right, so we got those out now. Now, they're showing that holding our mechanism facing us, like so. I want to make sure I get it in the right place now. Okay, at the bottom left of the stick, there are two squares. This is going in the bottom square, and it's going with the dark up. So remember that, guys. Correct, dark up, okay? So it's up and down, not side to side. Now, it's not bent or nothing, so it goes in straight and square. Nice and easy, work it in there. Come on, nice and easy, supposedly. Okay, there we go, now we're cruising, okay. Going in there, get it all the way seated down. Make sure it seats all the way down, because you don't know if it's going to connect to something else, and you don't want that to cause a problem. Alright, so now the other one is going to go, let's see, we're going to put this back the way it was. Remember your C, because there's another mechanism going in here, you can see that that's going to happen here. You can kind of follow it along now. Alright, so the next one, which is the top one that I'm doing now, number 22, goes to the square right next to this hole. Goes to the first square right next to this hole. And it also goes up and down with the brown out, brown up. So again, putting it into place, kind of move it around till you can get a good grip on it and get it all the way seated down. Alright, you should have something that looks like that now. Got the rod in here, as well as the rod down here in place. Okay, now it's just the pins. Now the rest of this build is just the pins, because we were supposed to cut these now. So, but we already have them cut, so I'm going to find out where all of them go, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so it shows two of them, one going into the top mechanism here, and one going into this mechanism here. So it's just as simple as picking them up, lining them up, and pushing them through. And I would recommend you go 50-50 on them. Okay, so they might be a little more of a struggle getting them in, because you got all these mechanisms and stuff going in. I would push the mechanism down just a hair. Come on. I don't know if my hands are going to let me do this. I didn't know they was going to be that small. Oh, look at that, I did it. Oh, I did it, guys. Oh, yeah, there you go. And you're not supposed to need any tools. It doesn't say you need any tools, so if I start whipping out tools, you know I decided to go off box art. Alright, I'm getting a little problem with it getting down in there, though, so hang tight. Oh, it's just my fingers. Okay, cool. Alright, so again, I'm making sure it's 50-50. So, something like that. You got the cross member now through the wood. Okay, so you got to do this one and the top one now. This one's kind of turned, so be careful when you put this one in, because it's not straight. So get it in the best you can. You know what I'm going to do, guys? Here I go, breaking out the tools. No, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just going to use my extra fingers here that I have, which is a dumb idea not to do. I'm sure nobody will say anything about me using a extended pair of little tiny pliers to put that rod in place. Yeah, there we go. That worked a lot better, guys. Alright, but I'm not liking that space in there. That I'm not liking. Because it doesn't look like there's a space here or here. So, what's the deal here? Was I supposed to put a cog behind that as well that I missed? That's what it appears. Because this one's got a cog and a mechanism. This one needed a... Okay, so I got to pull the pin back out now. Guys, bless America. See, look at that. You got to watch it, guys. I got to go back to the other instructions. I must have missed something. Glad I looked at that. Alright, here we go. I'm going to pull that key back off and go right back to the one behind us. That's all we're going to do. And I want to go to the bottom piece to see if there's a... Yep, there's one behind it. And there's one behind this one too. I didn't have the one, see? And it's, you got to check that out. It's a 14, so it's one of the smaller ones. So it's going to be this one. Let's see how well that goes on. So it's supposed to go on this one, correct. So is that going to go on there, this one? No, that's totally square. And that's not totally square, so that's not right. So there we go, that'll work. That's bigger. This is the one that's going to go on. Because it's got to move. You got to watch which ones you put on. It's got to move, okay? So put that one on, and then when you put the key on, that's better. Now I'm liking that. Okay, let's try that again. See, that was a quick fix. Just got to watch that, guys. See, I moved too fast forward and missed one of the rings. But with something like this, you'll notice there's different. You'll notice something's different, something's off. There's no way you can start putting these two mechanisms together and not see, like, wait a minute, that's supposed to be a little tighter, or that's supposed to be a little looser, or something of that nature. Okay, so there we go. So, man. All right, so there's 2 out of the 5, right? Right. Okay, so we did. Then it's checking here, doing that, so we're done with that. Okay, good, we're here. Now we're moved over to here to these number 5. So now I did the 2 from the side here on the instructions. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me put this down and show you. Okay, this is what we're doing. Like this. Here you go. You guys can see that now, right? All right. All right, we're doing this. These parts here. Okay, on the top here. We're going to do all of these, put the 5 in, and we're going to get to the check mark. The check mark says we're done with that piece. Then we're going to come back in here. We're going to build this component, which is at the end over here. It's got 4 cogs in it and several toothpicks, it looks like, and 1, 2, 3 4 big square pieces. So we'll see what goes on. But we're almost done here. We're just going to put the 5 pieces in and all of these little places on this one to make it look like that one. Okay? So that's all we're doing right now on this one right here. So we're just putting pins in. So let me see here real quick. Now that I did that, let me see here real quick how we can bring chat up. Go to settings and screen. Nope. Cha 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 cha. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just looking for where it is. I know it's here somewhere. Alright, so that's interesting. Oh, here we go, docs. So I know I can find it. There it is. Alright, let's see if anybody's chatting. Somebody text, let me know. Live chat, live chat. Oh wait, that says no. Okay, there we go. Let's see who's chatting. All right, I got live chat up, guys. So let's see somebody say something to me if you're watching me live and you're signed in. You got to sign in to chat with me, though, guys. Come on, that's not fair. All right. So again, we're working with the 5 pins that we just made. Now remember, they were 5 of them that were cut to Z or 2Z. Okay, 2Z. All right. So let's see, I'm following it around. I did the 2 side ones over there. Now we're doing the 2 top ones. Now they're telling me in this mechanism here, this mechanism right here, to put 2, 1 in each one of those back ones. Okay? And then I'm sure we'll find out where the other one goes in a second. Because it makes it extra, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to use my little, and I said this one, right? That's what I said. This one's what I said. Yep. Okay, so again, I'm just going to use my little fingers here because my hands aren't going to get way back there. I'm sure nobody's going to complain that we used a pair of needle nose instead of our fingertips to put something into place. Ooh! Oh, yeah, I don't have to really worry about that. I got plenty of toothpicks. Okay, so, but I don't want to lose shit anyway. Stuff. Should I say stuff? I shouldn't say the bad word. Bad dad. Bad dad, bad dad. Alright, so again, I'm lining it up, and I'm going to do 50-50. Again, you might have to finagle it to get it in there. Just take your time. Sooner or later, it'll go in. Ah! Oh, there it is. Alright, well, maybe it won't, maybe it will. You guys probably do this a lot better than I do, but so I would recommend you try to push everything together as tight as possible and then try to get it right into the right spot the first time and push it in. There we go. See? Perfect. Now, if you put your finger and your tool on each side, you can move it through easily. And again, 50-50 with it. What you're doing is you're locking these little round plugs into place so they can't move and can't get off. And again, they're showing 50-50 as well, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what they're showing on the picture. So I'm going to get that one up a little bit more. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty much 50-50. All right, and that made this, putting these pins in has really now made this mechanism work a lot tighter. See? Look. I mean, really. See? You can hear it. It's working, and now it won't back up. But if you unlock it, it freely runs. Okay? Lock it. It doesn't go backwards. It only goes forwards. Okay? Unlock it, which is pull this one up. and it free runs, okay? I'm just going to go back through and I'm going to keep pushing everything together. Make sure everything's nice and tight, guys. Again, don't forget this thing goes down yonder, okay? All right, so now we did that, so we did that one. We got one more to do on there. Ah! Mayday, mayday. All right, again, we're going to try to see it. Be careful, just nice and easy and slow. You know, you got plenty of, don't rush, you got plenty of toothpicks. We're going to finish this one off, and I'm going to be done for tonight, guys. We're going to do step at a time. I may do some of this build off screen. I heard it go over there, but I'm going to have to cut another one because that sucker just went pa-chow. So we're going to need to cut another one, so you got to watch out for that too, okay? I'm not going to be able to get my fingers in there, I don't think, so I'm going to keep trying to do it with this. All right, there we go. That one went in easily. All right, then I'm use the edges to push it over. And again, I don't know if it's 50-50 or what they want this, and why they want two of these on this one. It's gotta mean there's something that's going to hook up to it. It's got to be. All right, so that's what they're showing. Yep, they showed both of them there. Okay, but they're not showing where the other fifth one goes. Hold on. It says 5, 2Z, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, guys. I don't want to miss something. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. There's 4 of them. Why'd they have me cut 5? Teasing me there, man. Teasing me there. So, yeah, there's 2 there. And I'm looking at the new piece, too, with my magnifying glass just to make sure. There's 1 there, 1 there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's cool. It said cut 5, but they only used 4. Probably because one of them is going to go, pew! Let me get this boxed out. Woo! Didn't mean to move screw around on you there, guys. Hey, Dan. Now I can see you. How you doing? All right, cool. You hear me okay, buddy? I've been on, I don't know, about 45 minutes now. You're the first one to pop in, man. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi, Dan. Lets me know somebody's watching. I know my buddy Sam's watching, but he didn't sign in, so I now know my chat and everything's working, which is amazing. All right, so we are on page 7, Dan, of this really interesting, new, I want to say plastic, but it's not plastic, wood adventure I'm on, I guess. It's UGears V models. I don't know if you've ever done one or seen anybody done one, but we are on, actually, the mechanism is actually pretty cool. We have built this mechanism so far. So far, we really haven't had any issues, other than some parts coming off of the sprue. It's little wood sprues, it's all these things. Like I said, I don't know. It's almost like a heavy balsa wood is what I want to call it. So it's just like a thick balsa wood. But it's pretty cool. And I got my own little tools and stuff here that I pulled out. This cog, I'm assuming, is what we're going to use. So there. Why is it having me leave points on them? See, that's scary. It literally showed me leaving points on them. I'm just kind of browsing through the front now, the next step up, so just kind of get an idea of what they're trying to show me to do. Alright, we can do that. There's a couple more 17s, which I have those 2 right there, which is cool. Alright, so we're going to get these put away before something happens to them. And where's my 3rd jug? There it is. Alright, so. Alright. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's got a really nice black tint to the center of it too. So a dark tint to the center of it too. They've done it really nicely. So I'm assuming it's going to look just like the box. I mean, that's my hope anyways, that it looks just like the box. So, but that's pretty cool. My son got it for me when he was on vacation. Said he figured I would like to do it. It would be intricate enough for me to actually get into. And he's pretty impressed last night when he came in and said that I showed him the first mechanism that I'd already started. So And that's this thing. I don't know. We're on page 7. This is page 7, and this is where we're at. Again, I don't know if you've been watching, but if you move this lever down, I'm sorry, move this lever back. This lever comes down and locks this arm into place. You can't move it. But as soon as you lift this lever up, it frees it up and everything turns and runs. So I guess I got it right. Everything looks like the pictures. And the only thing I missed earlier was I missed a small ring that went up underneath this key looking thing. So, but that's where we're at so far. So this all looks the same now. Now they're telling us to get on, also probably still on block 1. Actually, this says, yep, block 1. So we're still on block 1. So now we're looking for the pieces that it's showing me, which is that one there, which is number 34. Let me make sure. It looks like it. So that looks like that piece. So that's right here. 24, not 34. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so we're going to slowly work that out too as well. It popped right out. So, okay, so there's that piece. Boom. Okay, now we're looking for that lever piece, which is up here somewhere. Here it is right here, number 23. Let me make sure. Yep, 23. Okay, so we pop that out. I'm just talking as I go along, Dan. You know me. Got any questions or anything, let me know, and I'll be glad. I look up every couple of seconds just to make sure I'm not missing somebody popping in or something. But I do appreciate you coming in, Dan. Paul may swing in. I told Sam. Sam's watching. I know that. He's seeing stuff. So now the 3 cogs they're having me bring out are number, where are we at? Okay, so here's the numbers over here. Number 27. Oh, this one shows 26, 27. Okay, so these two must be 26s. No, they're different. They're all different. And that's the 25. So 25, 26, 27. I'm going to assume that's 28, even though there's not a number attached to it. I'm going to assume that's a number 28. Okay? So, alright. Alright, here we go. We got my cog here, okay, that I already had out. Okay? So now we're going to do the rest of them, which are looking like right here. They are. Let's see. 25, 26, and 27 are right there. 25, 26, and 27. Okay. So now we've got 26. This one's got a hole in it, so that one's over there. There we go. Okay. Those two look like they're pretty much the same. I'm just trying to make sure they're all the same. And these two are the same, I'm assuming. Just to make sure, because they look identical. So I want to make sure that I'm not missing something. If one's different than the other, then I'll have to look at it. Yes, it is different. It's very, very little bit of difference, but it is different. So be aware of that. Watch where you put what cog, guys. So this one is definitely here because it's got the right amount of... So it's lining right up. This is going to be the smaller one here. That's going to be this one up here. And let's grab this one. This one's got a flat area here. I don't know where this one is, guys. I got to look for this one. Because it has no hole in the center of it. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. So we're going to be putting all 3 of these cogs. Yeah, all 3 of them we're going to have. Okay, I get it. Okay, so we're going to do it this way. We're going to put this block together one piece by piece. This one goes here. This one goes there. I'm going to look for this other piece here real quick to make sure I've got it. Make sure I got all the pieces they're requesting me have. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We are still fully planned on being there next month. Yes, 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 yes. If you want, you can do me a favor and you can put the address up there again and everything so everybody can tell in case anybody wants to be up there with us or anything, come hang out. Give them the name and everything. You're welcome just to go ahead and post it here if you want, the messages. And you're welcome if you want to put it on your page too, if you want somebody to, or your channel too, if you want anybody of your friends come to check it out and hang out too with us and stuff like that. And like I said, we'll be doing some live stuff and taking lots of pictures. Hopefully it'll be okay. And we'll put that all out and put links back to you guys, of course. Alright, so first things first, toothpicks. And away we go. Alright, this is a little more confusing, guys, this instructions, but I'm getting the idea of what they're saying. We need to put a pointy one in here and a pointy one in here, as well as a dowel rod in this box here. Then this arm goes up onto the pointy one back here in this hole with that other pointy piece here, and then you'll have the cog here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work our way through that. You'll see as we go along. I want to make sure I got all the right number of teeth on everything here, because it's showing you perfectly that it fits right on the picture if it's the right thing. Just like this one did, it fit right on the picture, man. I mean, P for T. So I'm going to try to make sure, because that's not for that one. And try to see if that's for that one. That looks for that one. And this one looks like, nope, this one's for this one. Alright. Yes, no? Nope, this one looks like it goes there. Yep, this one goes there. And that one's hopefully going to go there. So, alright, so we're good. Alright, so let's get to it. So this guy gets flipped over. What's this here? This goes like this. Got your dowel rod in here and got your pointy one in here. Alright, that's why they're telling you to build this over here. Alright, so toothpicks it is. So we need what? Let's say 2. And I bet you that's where the little Z2 one went. 2 times, it says there, what does it say? 2Z? Right, that's the 2Z one? Yep, that's a 2Z one. Okay, so we get our little neck and neck mechanism here. And let's see what we got. So now it's telling you that it wants a 3Z. So 3Z. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. Check it out. Put the point in this time. And then cut it. Yep. Okay, so they want a pointy, so you put the point in 3Z. Make sure you're on 3Z. 3Z is the bottom one to me. It's the little longer one. I'm going to do just the same thing, and I am going to cut, it says, one of those. Wait, let me see if the other one's a 3Z too. So while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and cut that one as well. 3Z. Yep, it's showing me there how to do it. So let's see, we got that into there, and that one under there. So, does not say 3Z on this one as well. So I'm going to assume 2 of them. And that doesn't say 2. So I'm going to do 2 3Zs. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so marked it, move it out, move it back away from me. Use the tip and cut it off. Alright, so now supposedly this one, well, that's going to be long enough for that. It's the 3Z though. I'll tell you that. Let me go and see. Yep, it's the 3Z. With the point down. So, okay. So now it's telling me to put the 3Z. First one is into this one. So we're going to do that. Okay, so that's going to go on. I'm going to push it all the way down so that it's flush at the bottom, I'm assuming. That's just an assumption. We shouldn't do that with this. Alright, so there's one piece. Now we need a 2Z here as well. So that piece matches that piece now. And it looks like I need to get a little bit of that off of there, because that looks like it's got a little bit of leftover wood on it. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, so we're going to do another 3Z. Or was that a 3 something else? I think it was a 3Z, right? 3Z. Okay, cool. Alright, so we keep it down again. Da-da-da-da. So this is I don't know, Dan, if you heard or not, but this is a newbie for me. I've never done one of these kits. Like I said, my son brought it in. He thought it was pretty cool and thought I'd be really interested in it. It's really cool so far. So here we go. Oops. And these are not standard round toothpicks. They are flattened on 2 sides. So that's what it said to do there. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Now it wants a 2Z. So I'm just going to go here and go to the smaller one up at the top and make a 2Z. Okay. Okay. Get the 2Z into this end. Now, that's number 2, step 1, step 2. Step 1 is putting number 23 and your 3Z toothpick at the end of that. Your step 2 is your 2Z and your 3Z toothpicks on the little doohickey that almost looks like a little Suburban. But it's not. Okay, so that's that. So you got those two pieces made. Now to do number step 3, you're going to be taking the step 1 and the step 2, and you're going to be putting this here. What does that say to do? It's showing a sand there. So that must start to bind up eventually. So let's do that. That's what it's showing me. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to take a little piece of the sandpaper. I'm going to bend it over a little bit. And I'm going to cut it off because I don't want to make too big of a mark on it. It definitely shows me to sand it with a strip, so I'm going to go ahead and make a quick strip. Alright, now. Alright. Doesn't tell me to cut anything, right? That is what it's telling me to do. Right. Doesn't say 150 on it, but yeah, I think they want you to sand the bottom of the little where you put the pin so it doesn't rub. Okay, and then they want you to sand the little platform that it's sitting on right here a little bit, I guess, so it doesn't rub either. Alright, so you did that. Okay, cool. So now we got that and that and that together. That looks like that now. Now it tells me to do a... So that's like that now, okay. Although those look a whole hell of a lot longer than... But I'm doing what they said. It says 3Z, so, and I did 3Zs. So, we shall see these. Alright, next. As I got that onto that one, now it's telling me to 50-50 on the spindle on that, on a 3Z squared. Alright, so we'll do back into 3Z. Alright, and then we do 50-50 on that cog it showed. So we'll put it on and then make sure that it's right in the middle. What did I just do with that cog? There's those three there, right? That's that one, that's that one. I'm not sure where that one goes. This one here goes to that, okay. Alright, so that's this one here. Remember that this is the bigger one. And it lines up pretty much perfectly. Let's just make sure it does. Make sure that one of the other ones don't line up better. It's going to give enough teeth to get to where it's exactly right. Okay, so that's this one for sure. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that this goes on here, and here like that, like it shows like that. And this is definitely the right one for this one. So all the cogs and all the thing lines up, so we're going to go 50-50 here, which is what it says to do. Alright. This is the point where you need nails or need something to have a big square, so basically 50-50. Everybody knows I lean. Alright guys, so let's see now what we're going to do here. Alright, now it's showing that this one, look and see. So it's showing this one here, which is the right one for that, right? Let's make sure that I'm not messing something up. Okay, so this one, it's showing goes on the one, what's out there on this one, I need to know. Okay, so it goes on this one here. This one is going to go here, and this one okay, so that's definitely got to be bigger, guys. That can't be, these can't be right, they got to be bigger. It's got to be bigger. It's just the way it is. It's got to be, so, because this one's going to go in here like this, and fit in there like that. Basically, you're going to end up with that, is what you're going to end up with. Let's see a little better. And end up with that. Okay, so when you spin one, the other one works and spins. Whoop. So we just gotta get it back onto the thing and line it all up. Get it back onto the. All right. All right, that looks about right. So let's see. Now, this is gonna go. That one's there. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to bring this up to here, because there's a 3G there, but that's not going to be very long. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about, but it looks like it. So let's go back to do it again to make sure we got the right one. So straight up and down. Okay, so it says cut this one in half. My bad. Let's cut it in half then. And then stick it in a 3G thing. Now I get it. I get it. I get it, I get it, I get it now. Gotcha. Then you go into the 3G and you cut it down from there. That's what you're doing, guys. Here we go. Now we got it looking like that. Hey, just got to be aware what the heck you're doing. And watch very, very closely on what you're doing. So, alright, so now we put this one back into that. Now, this will gladly go back on that. And then this will gladly go on that. And then this one will gladly go on that one. And there we have it. Okay, now we look like they wanted us to look here, so far. So there's an extra one doohickey here, which I don't know where I'm supposed to go with that. But we'll figure that out on the next one, I'm sure. Okay, so now, so that's where the extra thing is coming from. Gotcha. That's where we're going to use number 23, this little extra one here, guys. Okay, but it's supposed to be a square one, number 23. So let's find number 23, 19, 21, 24, 22, 23. No, that's 33. I'm a dum-dum. Look back on the... This is 23, right? It's 31. Which is going to be all these components over here. Okay, cool. All right, so we got it right so far. All right, we got what they're looking at here. We got these three on here, okay? Which is what we're supposed to do. We're good. We're good. So this one's going to be used in the next one, I believe. All those look like they're doing it. Is that one supposed to be too? No, that's not. Alright. So let me make sure we're doing it. 30Z. Number 25. Do it 50-50. Got it. Got it. So it's connecting that to that and that, got it. And that is the 50% dowel rod one. which goes into there like I said. So that goes into there. Alright, this one goes down on here. This connects into this, and this connects into that one. Okay, so we got it all right. Okay. So now we got it all right. That might need to be a little bigger. If I have to, I'll come back and do that. Okay, so we got this one here. We're not in the check mark yet, but we got this one here. Check mark ends. Oh my goodness. This is going to carry on. Where's the left? Where's the... So this one won't be ending, looks like, until here. Because there's a check mark here that's showing what it's supposed to be. I don't know. There's a check mark here too. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find out where this next step is stopping, but we're going to stop there before we carry on. Our next hour, we've been on almost an hour now, right? Not a little over an hour, so that's good. So that next hour, we will be continuing with page number 8, building the top mechanism here, putting the pins on here. It shows. So then we'll be back down here. We'll be starting a new mechanism, and then 2 more mechanisms after that. So our next hour live, we'll be finishing off our main shaft or main mechanism and getting 2 other mechanisms to add to that. You have to add to that main mechanism. All right, guy. I appreciate you coming in, Dan. Thanks for hanging out, brother. I'm done. People usually don't last more than an hour watching videos, so I try to not make it more than an hour. Guys, come back and, like I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell so you know I'm doing this. I will be naming each and every one of these. Dream Cabriolet, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so forth and so on. So this is part 2. The next live will be part 3 as we jump on. I will try to tag people and let everybody know. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Give me a yell, give me a shout out. Again, if you're in anywhere near Mount Stirling, Ohio, give my buddy Dave a yell out if you need anything done with your car. Alright, it would be great if you said hey to him. I'm sure he would really enjoy it. I don't know why I put the Mobius decal up there or the Pro Star guys. I'm sorry. Here we go, guys. Again, give my buddy Dave a yell out. Dan Paint, Body, and Detailing. He would love to know that you guys heard from me. So if you tell him you heard it from me, you get a little discount. He'll let me know that you checked in as well. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Sunday. Don't watch out for our Facebook groups. Banner win tonight. Banner chooses tonight about 9 o'clock. I will be taking care of that. Let's see, what else am I giving a yell out to? Hey, to my buddy Paul Lovelace and Sam Stokes, our admin. You guys are doing a great job. Appreciate you. Dan, thanks for coming in, brother. I appreciate you, man, for coming in and hanging out. What else do we got to miss? What else should I be doing? Oh, upcoming. Yes, upcoming. Next month, we are going to visit Dan in North Florida. The co-founder and myself, Paul Lovelace and myself, are going to be taking a trip to a museum. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing some live shots as well as some pictures and some visiting Dan. So you guys put the notifications on for that, and we'll tag out closer we get, the more we'll put notifications on for you. Again, like, subscribe, hit that button. Give me a yell out. Let me know what you think. We got a long way to go on this, guys. Oop. Come check it out again.